Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football.
Touchdown, Chicago! Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic. I feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. first down, they'll run with Nwangu. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
From the 35 on second down, Fields. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. A full receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Justin Fields at quarterback gets the completion there. CD, what do you think the key is to stopping this talented former Buckeye?
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Rookie quarterbacks have to survive the initiation of the pressure of the NFL. Now, his athleticism can scare you a little bit because if he evades it, he can go a long way. But in the beginning, you want his eyes to go to the rush, not downfield. So bring those extra guys and see if he can handle it.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the
open man. He finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Raiders 7. Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards, and it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play...
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I would play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. These two teams all tied after one. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one. And you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you have your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And
he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. Past the 20. 10. 5. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Fields looking for Perriman there. He's got him. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders on one play have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Fields now to throw. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Fields. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Fields steps away. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Matthews as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Tanner Muse. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
.13 yards remaining on second down. Now Fields. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Throwing on third down, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss.
Jordan Matthews all by himself. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 28. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a second down and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The third most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
Carr now on first down. Finding room inside the 40. And some room to run now. And he gets this one down to the 24. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Las Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Carr going to go on fourth down. Flushed out right. And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. On play action, it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
26-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bears 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first throw for the backup Foles. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Carr completes it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Drake. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. No don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 58 yards. And the Raiders strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. And one extra point on the throw. And they will take a 7-point lead. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Back to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He's back to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
One last throw here for Fields.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Las Vegas, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.